Hey guys, it's Cody with Homestead, and today I'm going to show you a super easy thing you can do around the house to get you ready for the planting season. This is one of my favorite foods of all time, the sweet potato, and I'm going to show you how to make your own slips so you can grow your own. You can eat the sweet potato itself, you can eat its greens. It's just a very good plant to have on your homestead, and it's one here in the South that we love to eat. But anyways guys, let's get to it. All you're going to need is a glass, a sweet potato, store-bought variety works. I've had success with those, and toothpicks. So all you do is go down about the sweet potato, I don't know, about 1/4 of the way up or 3/4 of the way down, depending on how you look at it. And you're just going to starfish these cute toothpicks around. So let's go ahead and do that. Boom. Now you're going to set your sweet potato into your glass and fill that up with water. So let me do that. Be right back. Okie dokie. So we got our sweet potato. It's now suspended in the glass, and the bottom part is mostly underwater. One key tip for this is you want to change this water pretty frequently. I change it every day or every couple of days depending on if I forget. The reason why is you don't want the water to start forming mold on the sweet potato, and that happens because of lack of oxygen. So now the most important part is we wait. So I've heard two schools of thought on this. One is you put your sweet potato in a darker area, and two, you don't really care. For me, I've had the best luck with indirect light. So not sitting in front of a window like this, but off to the side somewhere, and just getting light but not direct light. So now we wait a couple weeks and we'll get right back to it. Okie dokie. So I went into my office and I grabbed one of my sweet potatoes that I've had sitting for 2 weeks. And after 2 weeks, this is what you should be seeing. So I've got the slips starting to form here, the little purple leaves, right? And down below, we've got a nice, healthy root system going on. Okay, sometimes this may take a little longer than 2 weeks, sometimes it's 3, but this is what you're gonna be seeing. And after these slips start growing, they're gonna get about this tall, and we can start breaking them off and actually forming our plants. Once again, I just want to reiterate the importance of changing the water. So now the roots are actually pulling oxygen out of the water, and the water can become deoxygenated. And you'll notice, generally, in this area right here where the root hairs are very thick, you'll start to see a little cloud, looks like cloudy. That is the mold starting to form, or algae, excuse me. So you want to change that water, and if you do see that algae starting to form, just wash it off, clean it off, get it nice and clean, and then stick it back in here with some fresh water. All right, so now we are going to fast forward in time, so the next time you see me, which will be in a little while, we'll have some actual slips in here. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so welcome back. Here we have the slips, and there you can see they've gotten some good growth on them now. And this is generally the size that I'm looking for when I pull my slips and get them into the fresh water. So once you've got your slips, this is how easy it is. We're just gonna come in here and we're gonna break them off right at the base where they touch the sweet potato. And you can kind of see, I'm gonna pull my finger back, this little nodule right here. That's generally where we're pulling them off at, and that's a good place to kind of have them. So I'm gonna pull off these bottom leaves here just so we have a good rooting area for our sweet potato slip. You don't want those leaves under the water, because then they just start rotting and it turns your whole cup pretty nasty. So we'll pull this one off here, but you definitely want to make sure they have a few leaves so they can keep photosynthesizing. But yeah, you just take those slips and you drop them into some water, and in a few days you will have some roots. So I'm gonna go and grab mine that have already done that, and I'm gonna show you what they look like. Okay, so these are my slips that have already started rooting, and you can see here, these have got some good roots on them, right? And these are big enough now that we can stick them right in the garden, and we could, go ahead and plant these, and I will be as soon as I get back from my little turkey hunt I'm going on. But yeah, these are good for your garden. They can even go straight into your aquaponics system this way. And later on, when we set up our aquaponics, we're gonna be doing that. But this is what you're looking for. And I just want to point out on this slip, you see the length of the roots we have, right? They're very high up. Well, that's because we pulled those leaves off and allowed the roots to have a rooting surface up and down the slip itself. So that's why we were doing that earlier. Boom. But yeah, guys, that's how easy it is. And if this video has helped you out, well, hello, Miss Angie. If this video has helped you out and you learned something new, I appreciate that like and subscribe. Helps us get this video out to other people and help more people. But anyways, guys, this has been Cody with Home to Homestead. Out here.